Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. We are living in an incredible world. I did do 2 videos earlier on our channel talking about the comments of the US Treasury Secretary and his decision to essentially put an end to some lending programs that the Federal Reserve wanted to keep going, that the Democrats wanted to keep going. Whether it's a political decision or not, I'll let you be the judge of that. But one thing is clear, there are a lot of individuals who are not happy with that. One of those individuals is Kate Bedingfield. She's a deputy campaign manager and communications director for Joe Biden. And on your screen, you'll see a tweet from Jeff Stein at the Washington Post. So Jeff Stein is quoting Kate Bedingfield, and she's slamming the U.S. Treasury Department, specifically U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, to curtail lending programs, his decision to curtail lending programs as, I quote, deeply irresponsible. Now, the Biden advisors have looked at expanding the facilities next year in order to be able to have that liquidity, in order to be able to provide money when needed in case the economy goes through a decline next year. And also, here's the interesting thing, that Biden's team was not given any advance notice, was not given any heads up by the US Treasury Department. Make what you will of that, but I wanted our viewers and subscribers to understand the reactions to the decision by the US Treasury Secretary that are now emanating from DC. Speaking of reactions, here's a tweet on your screen from Mitt Romney, the Republican senator. And Mitt Romney wrote, having failed to make even a plausible case of widespread fraud or conspiracy before any court of law, the president has now resorted to overt pressure on state and local officials to subvert the will of the people and overturn the election. It is difficult to imagine a worse, more undemocratic action by a sitting American president. Wow, that is a strong, strong statement from Senator Mitt Romney. Let's roll the tape.
President Trump is not only refusing to concede to Joe Biden, he says he will send lawyers to courts across the nation tomorrow, claiming Democrats are trying to steal this election with widespread fraud. We're joined now by Republican Senator Mitt Romney of Utah, who says the president's rhetoric is dangerous. Senator, welcome back to Fox News Sunday.
Thanks, Chris. Good to be with you.
I want to start with the president's comments about the election on Thursday night. Here he is.
We will not allow the corruption to steal such an important election, or any election for that matter. And we can't allow anybody to silence our voters and manufacture results.
You say the president has every right to pursue his legal remedies, which of course he does, but that his rhetoric there and in a number of tweets has gone far over the line. How?
Well, I think it is appropriate for the president to make sure that the vote count has been done properly, to carry out recounts where it's a very close contest. If there are any irregularities alleged, to pursue those and to follow every legal option he has. That's what you'd expect of a president in a setting like this. At the same time, I think it's important to choose one's words carefully, because the eyes of our children are upon us. The eyes of the world are upon us. Every nation in the world is watching what the president of the United States says. And there's a battle going on around the world between authoritarianism and freedom. And it's important for the cause of democracy and freedom that we don't allege fraud and theft and so forth unless there's very clear evidence of that. And at this stage, that evidence hasn't been produced.
Here's part of a tweet that you wrote this week about President Trump and his rhetoric. I want to put it up on the screen. The president, is wrong to say that the election was rigged, corrupt, and stolen. Doing so damages the cause of freedom here and around the world, weakens the institutions that lie at the foundation of the republic, and recklessly inflames destructive and dangerous passions. Senator, does what the president is saying, does it interfere with the peaceful transfer of power, not just among our leaders, but just among regular Americans?
Well, I think there will be a peaceful transfer of power if there's a change in leadership. That happens in January. Until then, the transition team will be working with the Trump administration, and I think that will go smoothly. But I do believe that it's important for the American people to understand that we are a nation of laws, that we allow for recounts, that we investigate irregularities, and that these things go to the courts and the courts make a fair and impartial decision. That's essential for our nation to have confidence in our institutions and for people, as I've indicated, around the world to recognize that democracy works. Saying something other than that would only be cheer for the Chinese and the Russians and those that want to bring down freedom and bring down democracy. So pursue every legal avenue, and that's what the president will do. But I think it's important for all of us to hold our breath a bit, to calm down a bit, and not to use language that's so inflammatory that it will make people angry, and people that are not watching carefully feel that somehow something has been rigged. And there's simply no evidence of that at this stage. And we'll see whether there is down the road. But that's for time to tell.
Now, as you can imagine, President Trump did respond. Here's a tweet from President Trump on your screen that reads, RINO Mitt Romney should read this. I'm sure, however, that he feels he got slaughtering by Obama fair and square. He's referring to Mitt Romney's defeat at the hands of President Obama. Quite intense stuff going on in DC right now. Now, keep in mind that the president has this week repeatedly tweeted out saying, I won the election, and he's basically said, I concede nothing. The president has put out many tweets saying, I've won the election, I concede nothing. And he did say that there was, I quote, voter fraud all over the country. These are comments from the President of the United States on his Twitter feed. Romney did lose to Obama by 332 votes, electoral votes for Obama, and 206 electoral votes to Romney. And keep in mind also that Romney was trailing President Obama by 5 million votes in the popular vote. So as far as the numbers in the current election are concerned, unless they get disputed, Biden has 306 electoral college votes, and Trump right now, I believe, has 232 electoral college votes, and Biden holds a roughly 6 million vote count, a popular vote count lead over President Trump at this moment in time. Another Republican senator who criticized the president is Ben Sasse. He said in a statement that he's telling his constituents to look at what the Trump legal team is doing. He argues that, he said, let's look at what the Trump legal team is doing as opposed to what they're saying in public. He said, based on what I've read in their filings, when Trump campaign lawyers have stood before courts under oath, they have repeatedly refused to actually allege grand fraud because there are legal consequences for lying to judges. That is what Ben Sasse wrote in his statement. He wrote, President Trump lost Michigan by more than 100,000 votes, and the campaign and its allies have lost in or withdrawn from all 5 lawsuits in Michigan for being unable to produce any evidence. So that is where things stand right now. Pretty intense stuff going on. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I really appreciate you watching. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days a week. That's 2 p.m. Also, get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000, and you'll get added to SMS alerts list moving forward. You can also, if you want, get on our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you'll get added to our email list going forward. I hope you learned something new from this video. You can also follow us on Instagram. Simply go to ignition_time on Instagram. That's our Instagram handle, and you can get exclusive news and content from us on Instagram. You can also get breaking news alerts from us on Twitter. So make sure you follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. Now keep in mind, sometimes YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. That happens with technology. So all you have to do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. And then you can visit the homepage of our channel and watch our videos at any point in time that you want. As always, you'll find the links to all our resources in the description section below. That's a best practice that we always follow. Please comment below and engage with our community, because we have a vibrant, we have a respectful, a bipartisan, and intelligent, a growing community. So definitely become a part of our community. If you learned something new from this video, please consider sharing this video with friends and family. That really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And please gently click the like button, because that tells YouTube that you found this video helpful. All you have to do is gently tap that button, and that is a vote of confidence in us, and that's your vote of support for all the efforts we put in. Also, please subscribe if you want breaking news and important information like this, and please enable notifications so you get alerts from our channel moving forward. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Thank you. Bye.